Hello and happy Monday. I'm Rochelle with ConfidentDreaming.com, your energy alchemist and transformational life coach with a Disney twist, here today with your magical Monday message. And that message is, don't take anything personally. Last week, we started talking about the 4 Agreements, which was a 3-book series. It is a single book, the 4 Agreements. You can get it as a 3-book series, which is a collection of Toltec wisdom, and books 1 and 3 really go hand in hand together. 4 Agreements, the voice of knowledge. They were my book of the months for June, July, and August, and I chose them because if anybody did my summer program, they would have gotten these books as a gift from me. I heard on multiple podcasts how this book is life-changing, and I finally picked it up off my shelf to read it. And if you follow these 4 agreements and apply them to your life, which they're simple but not easy, it is absolutely life-changing. Last week we talked about being impeccable with your word. That's agreement number 1. It is the foundation for them all, with the next 3 being supportive of that one. Being impeccable with your word means you're talking without sin. So you don't talk about people, you don't talk bad about yourself. What you say is the best thing that could possibly be said at any time. This week, agreement number 2 is don't take anything personally. How often do you take something personally? And that leads to your own suffering. Remember, if we're impeccable with our word, we can create the story we want to say. If we don't like the story in our lives, we just need to change our word. That story we tell ourselves is also what causes suffering. That story we tell ourselves is when we take things personally. So if we don't take anything personally, it's easier to be impeccable with our words. So in the book flap, don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. What others say and do is a projection of their own reality and their own dream, meaning how they view the world. When you are immune to the opinions and actions of others, you won't be the victim of needless suffering. What other people do is not because of you. So just like last week, I'm going to read a couple passages in the book that have to do with agreement number 2. This one's from the book, The 4 Agreements. So, the way you view your life is like your own personal movie, is what he's saying. And it's personal to you. It is no one else's truth but yours. So that's how siblings can have a different view on their upbringing, because it's their own story, it's their own view, and it's their own movie. So they may remember life completely different, and that's okay. And he goes on to say, then if you get mad at me, I know you are dealing with your excuse. I am the excuse for you to get mad. And you get mad because you are afraid. You are dealing with fear. If you live without fear, if you love, there is no place for the emotions. If you don't feel any of the emotions, it is logical that you will feel good. When you feel good, everything around you is good. When everything around you is great, everything makes you happy. You are loving everything that is around you because you are loving yourself. Because you like the way you are. Because you are content with you. Because you are happy with your life. You are happy with the movie that you are producing. Happy with your agreements with life. You are at peace and you are happy. You live in a state of bliss where everything is so wonderful and everything is so beautiful. And in that state of bliss, you are making love all the time with everything that you perceive. Now, that's not to say bad things won't happen. But the more we focus on ourselves and being impeccable and kind to ourselves, the better we are to react, or respond and not react to what happens in our lives. And that goes kind of hand in hand with the forgiveness training I'm doing, the Ho'oponopono. The one I'm doing is, it's about you forgiving yourself. If you have a reaction and you're mad at somebody, it's not about forgiving them. It's about forgiving whatever it is in you that's creating that reaction and clearing it away over and over again until you are clear. And we're human. We're going to mess up. So you just do it again. It is a constant practice. It is not a one and done. And it is absolutely amazing to bring that inner peace about. Also, he goes on to say, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. So some of those thoughts that you hear about how not enough you are and how not good enough you are and how you're not smart enough, whatever the enough is that you don't have, it's in your head. And your brain lies to you all the time. I say this time and again. You don't have to take that personally either. The mind has the ability to talk to itself, but it also has the ability to hear information. Sometimes you hear a voice in your mind and may wonder where it came from. Don't have to believe it, and you don't have to take it personally. Make sure. Oh. And a reminder, you are never responsible for the actions of others. You are only responsible for you. When you truly understand this and refuse to take things personally, you can hardly be hurt by the careless comments or actions of others. Then you can be in the middle of hell and still experience inner peace and happiness. You can stay in your state of bliss and hell will not affect you at all if you don't take anything personally. And he goes on to say, in the voice of knowledge, which I didn't mark anything, so it looks like. Oh, haha, wrong bookmark. When you take things personally, you react and feel hurt, and this creates emotional poison. And then you want revenge, and it just kind of steamrolls, right? The only mission in life that you have in life is to make yourself happy. That's it. It's that simple. And the only way you can make yourself happy is to create a story that will tell you, that will make you happy, being impeccable with your word. Anything can happen to any of us. You cannot control what is happening around you, but you can control the way you tell the story. You can relate the story as a big melodrama and be sad and depressed about everything that happens to you, or you can relate the story without all of the drama. So again, if we don't take anything personally, there's no drama. There's nothing to tell. The minute we use our word in a not impeccable way is the minute we allow suffering to happen. But if we stay in this state and we just don't take it personally, then there's nothing to be upset about. And there's nothing to talk about. And then we can talk about a situation impeccably, last week's agreement, and just create a state of peace. And we can move through with the normal emotions. We can respond instead of react. And we can just can feel the way we want to feel. But it is a process. Again, our brains like to lie to us. If you are used to living in a state of stress, your brain wants to stay there. As much as it wants to keep you safe, it knows what a stress state feels like, and it will do what it can to keep you there. If you're somebody who's been brought up around gossip, your brain, that's what it knows, so that's what it will default to. So it takes recognizing these patterns and applying these agreements to your life. Next month's book of the month is called How to Do the Work, and it just all flows together. We're going to go through these 4 agreements and integrative wellness, because that is the key to how to do the work, is addressing your mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of your life, and it's all in that book as well. So it's going to be 2 months of how to do this work on yourself, how to change your perceptions, and how to really transform your life. Last week's agreement, be impeccable with your word, starts with not taking anything personally. I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, happy Monday. Start the week out. If you're struggling, journal it out. Do some meditations. I'm working on those. You can find a lot of free meditations on YouTube, but just as a way to recenter and start your week off strong. I hope you have a fantastic week. We're wrapping up August. It ends next Tuesday. So we're in our last 9 days of August. It's also World Princess Week. So Disney's got a lot of stuff going on. Today's princess is Tiana. And yeah, she was all about working hard to reach your dreams. And she learns that you need to actually have balance in your life to do that. And I do talk about that in my program. So hope you have a wonderful day. If you're interested in learning what it's like to work with me, message me. We'll set up a consultation call. And yeah, the last time, have a great day.